Hey, hey Cactus crew, how you going? I hope you are going well. I'm going good, better than I was. But yeah, I appreciate you tuning in because this is going to be a bit of a groundhog day for you. I'm just going to go over everything well, not everything. I'm going to be focusing on Katie's reaction to that article that came out, that first one, because there's a few now. But yeah, her reaction to the article and then whatever that video was. I didn't press play because I'm saving my reaction for you. And plus, I don't watch videos of Katie by myself anymore now that I've got Cactus Crew, Oh, and if you're new here, hi, I'm Bill. Welcome. This is the CB Live. Hopefully, I'll be in chat having a good old chinwag with you guys and we can discuss it as we go. If not, you can just have a chinwag amongst each other. Yeah, my breathing and that is completely different. So I'm sorry if it annoys you because it really annoys me. When I listen back to my stuff, I'm like, oh my God, even my breathing has changed because my voice has changed and I'm having a bit of a voice crisis. It keeps running away and yeah, but it's back now. So let's use it. But yeah, replay crew, make sure you check out the timestamps in the description box. There'll also be a bunch of links that I'll put in the pin comment after the live. But yeah, the links, there's a ton of them now, but there's a playlist without a crystal ball versus 7M. So make sure you check that out. It's where what I've covered so far. I need to continue on from where I left off, but this is good, isn't it? This is brilliant. Who's going to get their Netflix subscription just for this? Yeah, my hands up. No. But yeah, so I'm just going to go over it. There's a few things before that I want to go over, but yeah, everything is my own opinion. Just make sure, just check the links and everything will make sense when we get there. I'm terrible with my introduction, so basically I'm just warming up. I will see you on the other side of this beautiful song. Hey everyone in chat, how you guys going? Oh, it's so good to see you. I feel like I've been gone for years, even though it's probably been a fortnight or something. Still, that's too long, isn't it? So much to catch up on. Not much, because Katie hasn't really been posting that much. Has she? Not as much as when she gets hooked on something and she just goes to town. But yeah, like I said, I appreciate you guys being here because I am behind the ball, behind the 8 ball, behind the Katie's ball. No, Katie doesn't have any balls. So behind my own ball, yeah. So yeah, first off, I just want to go over like my community post. When it's set up, I don't know what to do. Where's the button? Is that it? Just, so we're all on the same page. I'm not going to probably read it all, but yeah, this is where Katie's her answers to 7M's requests about concerning, the Netflix documentary and stuff. So number 11 is produce any or all correspondence in which defendants discuss 7M films with its affiliates. Well, Katie doesn't know what it means and I can't say it. Oh, don't be a word that I can't say. Okay, but you know what I mean? That Katie's discussed this with third parties, and Katie's response was the document request calls for materials protected by the attorney-client privilege and the journalist privilege. Yeah, but that's not existent. When are we going to prove that you were a journalist? Forgot about that? She continues, defendants do not know what affiliates means. Oh, reading it, like vocalizing it, really drives it home, doesn't it? Oh, what an idiot. I guess because she's never affiliated with anything. She's either, she's the creator, the producer. Yeah, so that's how she answered. Number 12, produce any correspondence in which defendants discuss Robert Shinn and his affiliates with third parties from January 2020 to present. Katie replies, the exact same as above. Yes, that's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to do it. Number 19, produce any contracts you have entered into with third parties regarding 7M, Robert Shinn, Miranda Derrick, James Derrick, and the oh, Katie, you've been saying it wrong. That's like, how much do you care about what you're doing, your work? You could have, I looked up, how do you pronounce, because Katie's been saying it like vagina, SHEKINAH. And I don't feel like that's the right way. And I was saying SHEKINAH. And I feel like I'm closer. And I am, Katie. Except, I've done the Aussie thing and just smooshed it together. But yeah, it's SHEKINAH. So, Katie, that's how we're going to say it. The Shekinah Church. Katie replies, objection, relevance. This request calls for materials that are subject to a confidentiality provision that prevents disclosure. And I was like thinking, wouldn't the protective order over sensitive documents that's going on in this case anyway, like that would be enough so then only the lawyer's eyes would have access to it. So it's not like, yeah, I don't know. Number 20, produce any and all contracts you currently have with any production companies. Katie's response, objection. Objection with my ET finger. This request is overly broad. No, it's not. It's what? How is it overly broad? Also, when I say it out loud, it gets a different reaction than when I just read it. So I'm surprising myself. This request is overly broad and seeks materials that are not relevant to any claim or defense. Additionally, the request calls for materials that are subject to a confidentiality provision. Disclosure. Okay. Number 21, produce any communication regarding the production of a HBO documentary. Katie's, the documents request for material protected by blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's cut us off. Oh, I was like, damn it, we don't have to finish it. Number 23, produce any and all communications regarding the production of a Netflix documentary. Isn't that good? Like they said HBO and they're also covering the Netflix. So like they would have known that those two networks were like tossing up who was going to take the shit show. Netflix is just taking anything though. Like, the amount of stand-up comedies that are like stand-up specials. I'm like, this is crap. But yeah, let's get back on track. Number 24. Oh no, yeah, Katie's like, that's protected by attorney-client privilege and journalist privilege. And the confidentiality thing. And then the last one, produce any or all contracts regarding the production of a Netflix documentary. Additionally, the request calls for materials that are subject to a confidentiality. When has that ever stopped you, Paulson, though? This might have been the first time that she didn't say anything, but she did, she kind of hinted at it. Nothing was ever really, yeah. Okay, before we get on, I just want to go through these just real quick. I know, this is why timestamps are so good, because they just get to go boom, boom, boom. What do I want to look at? Click here, boom. But you guys, I appreciate you being here with me on the live journey. Oh yeah, if you want to follow me, I'm on X. I'm on Twitter. X has thrown me. Damn you, X. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at itscrystalbill. Yeah, no Cactus, Crystal. Because that's how we all started. Okay, so this is just my first tweet when all this came out, when Katie first posted about it and got the title wrong. Yeah, and I was like, how involved are you? Because, like, if you're involved in something, you'd hear the title over and over again. Like, you wouldn't make these stupid mistakes. I don't wanna read her post because, we've all been there. I'll link this all down below. I think I might have put it in my video last week when I didn't have a voice, and I had to do that stupid video with you, Katie. It's like a collab that I didn't wanna be a part of, and I didn't get to speak up. I just had to show images to cover your whatever was going on the screen. Yeah, Dancing for the Devil. Okay, but this is my issue that I have with the whole title. I don't know how to say his name. Wilma, it always reminds me of Diorama, but it's not. Voldemort with a diorama. Okay, so Wilma, he allegedly groomed Demi Lovato when she was young, 17, and they started dating, and he was 29, and she has a song called 29, and it's about him, and her album was called Dancing with the Devil, and her album was Dancing with the Devil, but there was also, like, a TV series or something with the same name, and it's really, just overcoming the DV, emotional abuse and all that she went through in that relationship with him. And she's not the only one. Like, he's done this to multiple women, like, underage. And also, I think he's even confessed or said, I haven't watched it yet, but on Howard Stern, apparently he talks about it. But so the 7M documentary is called Dancing for the Devil. Demi Lovato's album exposing him for being a predator and grooming him is called Dancing with the Devil. Like, it's just too close to her title. It's like the abuser he still can get some like effect or control or something over her by naming it this. Like, why would you name it something so similar? Maybe I'm just seeing it from, like, a survivor of DV. Like, I hope Demi doesn't see this, and it's pretty, she probably won't. I mean, this sounds like Dodgeville, below Dodgeville. Because, yeah, like, how involved is Katie? I just wanna say this, like, my biggest boast ever. No. But, 'cause I use the internet, right? And I did a little bit of Googling before I do my posts so I can talk about it. And, like, I came across the image before Katie did. Yeah, and in her post, she's like, "They've just released the image." And I'm like, "They did when they said that it was gonna be on Netflix." And then she's, talking about, "Oh, it takes 2 weeks for a trailer." They only released the trailer 2 weeks before the whatever it's gonna be premiere on Netflix, and then it comes out the next day. So she's talking absolute crap, has no information, doesn't know how to promote it properly. She's using hashtags like "coming soon." Why can't you hashtag "dancing for the devil"? It's almost like and then she tags, like, WV Entertainment, I mean, I swear that's the only time I'm dyslexic. I always go VW, but yeah, tags WV, knowing that they're so inactive on that account and hasn't been used since 2023. But yeah, it's like, I don't think she's that involved in it. Anyway, I'll link all this down below, but let's get on with what we're here for. Let me just check that people are still here. Are you guys still here? Oh, thanks, guys. Cactus high five for hanging in there. Yes, I will get on with it now. Oh, gosh. Yeah, Fez. But that whole, like, it's just ruined, like, 70s show. I can't even watch it anymore. And I used to, I wanted my Jackie fix. Can't go there. Because I can't even look at them two anymore either. Where are we going now? Now we're going to Katie's. No, let's go have a look at the article. I never even heard of this, this site or, anything. No, I don't, because I can't talk and do stuff, so I don't know what's coming out of my mouth right now. Okay, here is the most, like, it's not good written. It's not good written. It makes me talk not good. Yeah, it reminds me of Katie's writing a bit. But anyway, this came out May 2nd, May 1st. And it's by Daisy Phillipson. I can't read it. It's too small, but I can click on it, actually. No. And I hate this kind of site where there's so much stuff like popping up, ads everywhere, the thing down the bottom. I hate it. I don't want it there. And I just need to focus on the article, but I can't. There's this, I need blinkers for my laptop. I need to put something over that. Does anyone else get like that? It's just like, oh my God. Surely I just want words. Okay. Is this the start? New details emerge about mysterious Netflix 7M TikTok documentary. And that title really, really drives home what we're getting into. Okay. With plenty of new come on, mouth and brain work together. With plenty of new true crime documentaries heading to streaming platforms this month, one that stood out is Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok cult. What is that chair thing? So, like, what is that? They selling the chair? Okay. Stop. For the uninitiated, 7M Films is a management company that represents several TikTok dancers. In 2022, Melanie Wilking, who was part of the Wilking sisters TikTok dancing duo with her sibling Miranda Derrick, accused 7M of being a cult leader. Accused 7M of being a cult led by Robert Shinn, who's also the pastor of the SHEKINAH church. This came after Lydia Chung, another former SHEKINAH church member, described the religious organization as a cult in 2009. She accused both Shinn and the church of exerting undue influence, mind control, coercive persuasion, oppression, and other intimidating tactics, as reported by the Daily Beast. Incredible, like absolutely top tier credible source, This is what I mean, like, no one is talking about this, like, no legit, like, someone on Reddit's like, it's not even in the IMDb or, even the director, like, the main director dude who, yeah, it's just weird. It's weird how it's Because if it's just gonna be all Katie's information, like, it's not gonna be any new information. It's just gonna be all speculation and what's come out of Katie's head, and, God, we've heard that 'cause she just repeats over and over and over. Um However, a wave of new individuals associated with 7M dancers have since come forward to voice their concerns that their loved ones were part of a cult. In March 2023, Rolling Stone reported that 3 other members of 7M, Aubrey Fisher-Green, Kylie Douglas, and Kevin Concrete Davis, had joined a complaint against the company. SHEKINAH is a cult operating under the guise of a religious institution. Court documents read. Robert refers to himself as the man of God and preaches to SHEKINAH members that without submitting to him and without SHEKINAH, their lives will be cursed. Robert required full physical and economic and control over SHEKINAH members. God, is everyone a bad writer? Are we just that's where we are? This is dumpster level. You don't have to try, you don't have to worry, don't have to proofread, as long as it kind of makes sense. Shinn, 7M, and representatives of the SHEKINAH Church have denied the allegations since they first emerged, branding them wildly offensive and riddled with inaccuracies. However, there are a number of questions surrounding the docu-series, with details about the case scarce. Is it scarce? Scarce or scarce? Oh, look, we don't have time. Scarce? Scarce. I'm going to go scarce. Why does it sound like I'm talking another language? God, my brain is fried already. As one Redditor commented, weird, I looked it up and there's nothing advertising it anywhere. I'm no PR expert, but I would think there would be a website on it at least, like, or even a Twitter account. You know how they all come out with their own Twitter accounts or is that no? Because I haven't watched Netflix in ages, but I know Prime does that. But I'm not sure with everything because I don't watch everything. I don't watch what people watch until 3 years later when it's all died down and I can come and think about it myself. Okay, where are we? This has all changed in the arrival of a teaser trailer on Netflix listing for the doc, which confirmed Melanie's involvement. I just think Melanie, I think that she might be Swanson version 2. Feeding Katie stuff to take down 7M. Because without Melanie, there's no real, and they kind of did need a face for it because those other 7M dancers, maybe they didn't have the, white woman kind of thing that would drive media attention. God, even just saying that sounds so oof. Because I think the parents are the cult. Like, I think they've been brainwashing Miranda and Melanie since they were young, like making them into performance robots that will bring in the cash. And they did for so long. And then I think now, like, Melanie's mad at the people that got Miranda out and showed her a different life, a life that Melanie has only ever dreamt about, or maybe not even ever dreamt about because her mind doesn't know anything else except what the parents have, you know? And then I bet as soon as Miranda left, the parents' influence on Melanie went into overdrive, to not lose her. And maybe that's why she cut Melanie out of their TikTok account and everything, because she was scared of losing what they've built. And, fear drives hate. Oh, look at me. I was just rambling on. Sorry, I forgot that I'm live. No, I didn't. Thanks, guys, for sticking in there. I will move on to the next paragraph now. Okay, surely we're near the end. Yes, we are. Clips from this are played in the teaser, including one which Melanie says, "We're not allowed to contact her. And it's really sad because we're blocked on absolutely everything." You blocked, you're not going to tell them that you blocked her and stuff? Melanie's narrative. I've got to stop. Sorry. Got to stop pushing my narrative. Their mother jumps in to claim the only people who have spoken to Miranda are whoever's involved in this religious organization. Yeah, whatever, Kelly. Okay. Melanie is also set to appear in Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok cult with okay, brain, come on, there's not much left. With additional excerpts from her interview played in the teaser. "I still love dance, but I feel like it's just different," she says. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Are you playing the pity card, Melanie? Are you playing the pity card? That is the pity card. I know it because Katie uses it every second of the day. She continues, "It was Miranda. Oh, it was Miranda and I on this journey together. Now I'm alone." Don't mean to laugh, but I don't know. What? You've got your mum and your dad, Three's a crowd. No. I feel like my sister died. She's everywhere but nowhere. What? When I read this, I didn't even bother finishing the article, but the good shit is at the end. Oh, that is classic. I want to get a t-shirt with just that. With your quote, Melanie. Oh, Melanie, I'd like to get an interview with you. Dancing for the Devil, blah, 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 streams on May 29, 2024. Okay. So now let's go and see how Katie, you've probably already seen it, but let's play along for Bill. Katie's reaction to the article. What is it going to be? Is she going to be okay, chilled? Or is she going to think, "Oh my God, here they come. Here they come. They're smearing me for me voicing my voice." Okay. Oh, Christy Cunningham, Cactus High 10. Thanks so much. $10. Cactus High 10. I can't see it properly unless I put it there. I can't stand her. All my eggs are in 7M's basket. And I know that's a crazy way to play the game, but I've got no more hope, okay? There's no one else on the board until Chrisley gets out. So yeah, here's Katie's post where she's covered up who wrote it. And also it would have been good if she tagged the writer. Speak to them. We don't care. Like a lot of her followers don't care. Who's 7M? Dextero is attempting to muddy the waters about a new series coming to Netflix at the end of this month. The series is Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok cult. Can you just use little, quotes? Like write it how you should when you learn to be a writer, but you don't because you're just a blogger. The reporter falsely claims that no lawsuit was filed against me or others regarding this series and our reporting. This claim is false. Robert Shinn filed a lawsuit against me in April 22. The lawsuit is pending in Minnesota and the records are searchable online. Duh. Like, come on. How much of a reporter are you? Oh, this is just me talking for Katie. Robert Shinn filed a lawsuit against 3 bloggers and multiple former members in LA in the fall of 22. This case is also verifiable and searchable. Multiple former dancers of 7M joined a countersuit against Robert in the same lawsuit. He's being countersued by, didn't she go over that? I'm pretty sure she went over that. She just didn't call it countersuit. You know, she got a few, like it wasn't in depth. It's just a general, because she probably knew that you would pick it up from there, you know, and fill in all the holes that they missed out. And here we are. You're doing it. Predictable, Paulson, predictable. No, I'm just like, oh my God, I have to read all this. He's being countersued by Aubrey Fisher, Kylie Douglas, Kevin Davis, who are all professional dancers and were part of 7M. Kylie Douglas filed a police report against Robert Shinn for SB. This reporting is messy. You are messy 24/7. You've never improved, Paulson. Your writing is worse. Because you don't know what's going on, only what you have gathered in your head. Telling someone else that they're messy? Wow. Oblivion must be doing good for you right now. Why don't you come back on? You know, show us that beautiful face of yours. Come on, Katie. I thought you were in a voiceover channel. Did the camera catch it? Maybe staff in 4K isn't for everyone. You should let your audience decide, though, don't you think? You know, you're just making a decision by, you know, with your own pee. Let your followers decide. They love looking at your gorgeous face, you know? And it is gorgeous. I'm not being mean. You know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I'm blinded by my sight. Okay. I announced the news here today. Oh, yeah, I'm just going to, okay, I tried to just say the end, but no, I've got to. The reporting is messy and unnecessary. Netflix does not promote new content until a few weeks before a show drops. Again, bullshitting out of your mouth. Trying to make sure people know that you know what's going on. But Katie, you don't know. You're not in the know. That's how they work. There would not be a separate website for this series because it's a Netflix original, for example. No, but that's why there would be a website for it, because it's a Netflix original. Are you that dumb? Are you that rhetorical? I know. Where am I? I keep scrolling down and I'm not even down that far yet. For example, Netflix just dropped the trailer for the docuseries on the Ashley Madison scandal, which is premiering. They only begin promotion 2 weeks out. I announced the news here early to update my followers that follow the story on 7M, which I don't think anyone does. I don't think, you know, the only followers that follow this are the followers that you've created. So you have someone to interact with, you know? I have never been held liable for defaming anyone. Tati Westbrook settled with me after I threatened to sue her. What the fuck are you talking about? Paulson, sit down. Don't you know the internet is forever? Stop lying. You settled with her, but like, God, you lost so much. Also, she wasn't threatened that you were gonna sue her. My gosh. You, like, confessed to using Swanson. He was your source. Remember? You also lost Katie Joe Live, all those videos. You also had to delete every Tati video you made. So, yeah, you lost quite a lot. And weren't you to never talk about Tati again? But I guess, you don't follow that with Chris Lee. What do you say about Chris Lee? Oh, no, hang on. Tati settled with me after I threatened to sue her. God, you are such a, like, you must really walk around with your head up high. How? You don't learn, and then you defame people the same. Like, if you had learnt your mistakes with Tati, we would not be where we are. We would not be here in the 5th defamation lawsuit. It's the same thing over and over. Journalists would learn. Any other person would learn, but you don't. That's why it's the carousel from hell. Round and around and around we go. Nothing changes. It's the same thing. You don't learn, you don't grow. God, come on, 7M. Now you understand why all my eggs are in 7M's basket. Because, like, I thought it would be up with Todd Chrisley, but he had other shit to deal with. 7M are just focused. And plus, Katie's got, she chose a lawyer that doesn't understand online, social media, any of that. Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. How you going? Do you prefer Jenny, Jennifer? My friend's called Jennifer, and I call her Jenny Furry. This series will not be about me. Damn it. I know. I sent an email. Well, I haven't sent it yet. It's still, not perfected. To the director and, like, everyone else, Dirty Robber and all that. Which I think they're all, like, they're not separate companies. They're all affiliated with the director. So it's like his company and then that's his directing company. They're not all separate entities. But anyway, yeah, I was going to email them and say, you should do an expose on Katie. My God, can you imagine? Oh. And if you want, anyone, not me. Okay. Do better and think about the victims. Oh my God, you. How do I get out of here? I've set it up so I don't know where I am. I talk too much. Katie, I'm still just thinking about Tati. Tati is scared because you were going to sue her. And you were going to sue Saltsy for being on Twitter. How dare he be on Twitter? I'll link all those videos down below. Oh, I think I did the wrong thing because I'm talking. Damn it. I can't talk and do the same. I can't talk and do stuff at the same time. Damn it. Brain, please. Let's just work for a minute. And then the smear of diarrhea campaign begins. She says, game on, Roberto, referring to an Asian man with, like, what? That, like, Italian, I don't know if she's Italianized it or made it Australian because, if Robert was down here, we would chuck an O on the end. But no, we'd probably just go Bob because Roberto sounds a lot like Italian. Like, what are you doing, Katie? This is what I mean. Well, it's not, but I love how the title is on your forehead. You have found a way to really work it, I'm impressed. I really am impressed. I wouldn't have thought about that. Yes, I would have. Okay, so Katie says, "Dear Roberto," for fuck's sake. She can't even respect the people that are suing her. "Dear Roberto, I see you trying to get people to publish content to smear me. Game on. Sincerely, Sandwich." This post is my opinion. Okay, Sandwich. Like, it's not Sandwich. Sandwich. Not a sandwich. Like, because, like, it sounds the same, so I can't, like, sand and then witch. Like, witch with a hat. It's in the Bible. Why don't you go and look it up? She's like just going on with this sandwich thing. Like, she is the dumbest dumb of all dumb. Oh, yeah, everyone's like, "What have I missed? What's going on? Who is 7M? Where can I get a like, what kind of sandwich? Would she go Vegemite and cheese? Oh, she should. Okay, now, after I've been talking for how long? It only took us 40 minutes, Cactus Crew, for me to get through that. I apologize. I apologize. Oh, yeah, Melanie's about to get married. I wonder why Katie wasn't invited. Maybe because she's got a medically fragile child. That's got nothing to do with it, but, you know. Well, Stella says, "Can't the courts verify that KJ is not a journalist by asking for a diploma or something?" Exactly. But even just looking at her work shows that she's not a journalist, that she hasn't undergone any training, because her work is a smear campaign. Her work is, like, crossing boundaries. It's unethical. It's got everything in there that's opening her up for a lawsuit. She thinks just by putting that label, journalist, when she hasn't done the hard yakka. Like, even when she's saying she's an advocate and she hasn't done the hard work, the training needed to speak to victims, to not scare them off, and also to not, like, do harm to what advocates before her have worked so hard to do. So I'll link those videos down below where the advocates for polygamy, like, survivors, actually wrote a statement for Katie about how much damage she has done to their work and how, you know, it's decades of work. Like, because Katie has shared safe houses and their addresses. Like, you know, she doesn't understand. She also shared victim stories that I'm sure that when they shared it with you, they were not thinking they'd wake up the next day and it would be a video. There's even, like, 7M dancers. I'll have to go back and find this comment. But, like, she's like, "Oh, yeah, that's my story." Like, a 7M dancer, like, that had left. Maybe they were in the lawsuit for the LA one. But they're like, "Yeah, that's my story, but Katie's exaggerated it." And that's what she does, exaggerates it, makes it her own, and that's what she's done here. I feel like the 7M, like, cult, it's the cult stamp. It's everything that she accuses Cody of, she's accused Robert Shinn of. And it's, like, no different, like, it doesn't matter who it is, whatever, she just applies the same spew onto them, and it's just ridiculous because it doesn't really take brains, does it? But I can't believe she's dumb. Like, I can't believe she's so dumb to think, like, did she even tell Jennifer, her lawyer, that she was involved in this documentary? Because Jennifer would have had to say, "No, I wouldn't do that," like, you know, and then she'd be going against her lawyer's advice. My brain is hurting already, and we haven't even pressed play on the video, but my brain's hurting because like, ask your lawyer, run it past your lawyer, all these posts before you get up there and say, game on. Game on. 7M are playing the game and it's in the court, not online, which Katie relies on, the public opinion, because that's how she validates herself. Like, regardless of, lawsuits, she's always looking for outside validation because she's got nothing to give herself. Like, she's just, puppet. A puppet with no depth, no meaning, just shallow. Oh. And yeah, she is the narcissist that she thinks everyone is. Yes, Stella, same shit, different day. Although it might be just one big day for Katie. There's no ending and no beginning. Okay. So now we're just going to have to sit here and stare at each other because it's a voiceover video and I don't really look at it. It's probably the same shit. Like, why am I expecting something not to hurt my brain? Okay. But the whole Roberto, like, be fucking respectful. You've already dragged him through, the public's mud, like slandered, defamed his business, his name. Like, and then you want to say game on Roberto. I just love it. I love it. I love that smear is on here because it's like, I don't want to sound mean, but like, her facial features start halfway down. Like, is that normal or am I just... Okay, maybe it's not normal. Katie, stop looking at me like that. Okay, we need to get out of here. How do we get out of here? Katie, that is the worst photo. Katie, I reckon you should lay off sugar. That's not your problem, but that could stop you, doing that intense stare. Okay, I can't talk and do... If we want to go anywhere.
Wise people treasure knowledge, but the babbling of a fool invites disaster. The wealth of the rich is their fortune.
We're starting with this. I swear I changed the title. What's going on? Okay. So this is called... I'm going to have to go and look up what it's called now. I can do it while I press play. Yeah, I should do that. Okay. God, Katie. At least she understands the Bible because you don't. You don't understand the Bible at all. And even, you don't understand anything. Your interpretation of anything is always whack because you go into things like already thinking that you have the answer. Okay, here we go. Like, I just watched her video by mistake and I just wanted the title. No. Okay, fine. Just arguing with my brain. Okay. Let's just press play because we ain't got enough time. So this is from a few days ago, May 2nd. Okay, this is Katie's. It's called The Smear Campaign Begins. Why I won't back down or let an alleged cult leader intimidate me. Oh, you're using alleged. That's your first time? No, not even going to clap because, I would have expected it a lot sooner, 2 years later. Okay, Paulson, let's go. Let's go. In a little bit of fast mode because no one's got time to sit around.
The poverty of the poor is their destruction. The earnings of the godly enhance their lives, but evil people squander their money on sin. People who accept discipline are on the pathway to life, but those who ignore correction will go astray. Hiding hatred makes you a liar. Slandering others makes you a fool. Too much talk leads to sin. Be sensible and keep your mouth shut. The words of the godly are like sterling silver, the heart of their lack of common sense. The blessing of the Lord makes a person rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. Doing wrong is fun for a fool, but living wisely brings pleasure to the sensible. The fears of the wicked will be fulfilled. The hopes of the godly will be granted. When the storms of life come, the wicked are whirled away, but the godly have a lasting foundation. So one of the questions is, are you okay? I am great. I'm actually way more than okay. Thank you for asking. Wise people treasure sense. The blessing of the Lord makes a person rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. Doing wrong is fun for a fool, but living wisely brings pleasure to the sensible. The fears of the wicked will be fulfilled. The hopes of the godly will be granted. When the storms of life come, the wicked are whirled away, but the godly have a lasting foundation. So one of the questions is, are you okay? I am great. I'm actually way more than okay. Thank you for asking. Another question is, are you safe? I'm really safe. Doors are locked. I'm here talking to you guys.
Right for people who are still associated with a cult or a leader of a cult to be hosting events within the dance community, because little do these other dancers know, when they're attending these events, they are also supporting the people in the cult and the people that are valuing what the cult is doing, right? And as a leader in the dance community with my dance company, the studios that I teach at, the dancers that I teach, I believe that it's time for me to speak up and use my voice, because that's not proper leading. And I would not want anyone to be misled due to something that they love, right? Which is,
Man, this is the exact same shit that she puts in all her other videos. Like, this is nothing new. Katie, when are you going to come in and, add something new, which I don't think it's going to be anything new, except Roberto. Wonder if you'll say it right. But yeah, I just want to bring this up, what Goose says. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Where is it? Or maybe it was like a while ago. Oh God. Okay, I should find it before. I should be ready, I should come prepared. It's just it's on my screen, on my phone, but yeah, she says KJ's attorney is friends with Toads. Oh, because like Graham Martin, what was his name? Martin Graham, was it? Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. In the Chrisley case, he was related to Toad. So yeah, apparently Katie still owes him thousands. So I wouldn't be surprised if, Jennifer is a relation of Toad's. His family, they definitely needed a lot of lawyers. So, okay, let's just continue with what we've already watched before and continue staring at each other, because there's nothing else to look at.
is the passion of dance. So those events are much more than just dance, and I hope you know that.
You're fucking not funny, not intelligent. Look, man, like, all they have to do, all the judge would have to do is play a video and see if you are a journalist, and, tea next to a coffee cup is not going to cut it for, the level of smartness needed to really be who you proclaim to be. Okay, Crystal Bill. Oh, no, Crystal Ball. Let's go. Oh, it's so loud. Thank God our volume's off.
It's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's Wednesday, May 1st, 2024. Last week, I let you guys know that there's a brand new docuseries coming out at the end of this month on Netflix called Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok Cult. The series was announced by Netflix in April, and the delivery date is May 29th, 2024 on Netflix, and it is a Netflix original. The announcement by Netflix was made across multiple social media platforms, and they announced it on their platform. Numerous outlets reported on the details of what Netflix had coming out this month, which included this series. However, they have not yet started the promotion of the series, which apparently has left some room for questions and individuals at questionable media outlets filling in gaps and attempting to influence people about the series while also providing factually incorrect information in the article and discounting the fact that there is a huge network behind the series, a huge platform behind the series that would not be solely relying on me nor any single person to make a docuseries. So the series is going to highlight a group in California. They were under the management of an organization called 7M Films, under the leadership of a man named Robert Shinn, who is a pastor and a former doctor, and he runs a church called SHEKINAH Church, which is an invitation-only church. Despite being a nonprofit with non-exempt status, you can't actually go to a meeting of the church. You can't actually attend anything to the public. It's getting public tax exemption without a public-facing group. It's very bizarre. But the series, because it's coming.
I love how you bring up the tax exemption that they are getting. Katie, what about your own property tax exemption that only exists because you've made your son have a permanent disability by having a feeding tube since he was 3.5 years old, you know? Just because you don't have the patience to parent because you are too involved in your own addiction, your own alcoholism, or my opinion, but you know, I have a working brain and I have eyes that see. And what I see, pretty clear for someone who's overcome all that. Right, Katie? Yes. Well, you haven't, but I have. So our brains are not seeing the same thing. You are still in oblivion, thinking everything's perfect, fine and dandy. And I'm out here really driving home the fucking, I don't know what I'm doing, trying to talk and shit. Okay. What was I doing? I feel like I just brain farted and knocked all of my knowledge out of my brain.
Out at the end of the month has not had a trailer come out. So apparently people are starting to question the legitimacy of this. So an article by Dextero, interestingly, I have had this writer, Daisy Phillipson, blocked on my email. So I guess she's contacted me before with false claims. I'm not sure. But when I sent an email to her, I noted that I had her blocked in my inbox. Anyways, I have asked for a correction to this story. But she says, plenty of new true crime heading to streaming this month. One that stood out is Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok cult. For the uninitiated, 7M Films is a management company for a number of TikTok dancers. First of all, this series is not a true crime series. It's a story about a cult. And at this point, there are no criminal charges filed by any prosecutors. So to classify this.
Katie, that is the category on Netflix that this is being released under. Are you that dumb? It's a true crime documentary. That's the category that it's falling under. Not, there's no Katie category yet on Netflix. So, yeah, that's just, why are you so dumb, man? That's all. That's all. That's all.
This is true crime would not be true crime. This would be classified, in my opinion, under cults, which is a huge genre of content that Netflix puts out. Continuing, in the recent years, 7M has been accused of being a cult led by founder Robert Shinn, who is also the pastor of the controversial SHEKINAH Church. Among the allegations is the issues of coercive tactics and isolating dancers from their loved ones to extort them. Those are minor claims, frankly. There are much bigger claims that have been actually levied against Robert Shinn in multiple civil lawsuits in the state of California, including human trafficking, gender violence, aiding and abetting human trafficking, defrauding people, business torts, unjust enrichment, battery, SA.
Hey, Paulson, you want to sit down? I mean, people have to watch the documentary. This article is just letting people know that there's a documentary coming out, docuseries, 3 parts on 7M, which are an alleged TikTok cult. It's not an in-depth expose, so they're not going to put all your shit in there. And like I said, this is the same shit. Nothing new, Katie. Nothing new. All your old information that you've just been slandering, defaming Robert Shinn with, you pass that on like a dum-dum. Opening yourself up to, like, your Netflix will be liable for the information they're now resharing, trusting you, Miss Journalist. But how dumb are these people? They can't even Google you? Because what comes up in Google does not do you justice. That's your resume. That's your resume, Katie, for every future employee. Because once you're done off YouTube, you're probably going to be looking for a job, but I doubt anyone will hire you with your carelessness. And plus with that Google search, no imagination needed. Yeah, because then just looking at your face, they can tell that you're scattered off your tits, eyes huge, maybe looking a little bit intoxicated, not quite with reality, because what kind of person would just step over a boundary, see the boundary clear as day, i.e. Miranda Derrick telling you to back off, and you push it? You think, oh, I'll just go message her mum instead. Why? And then the mum says, can you stop messaging? And then you push it even more because you don't see boundaries, because they don't apply to you, Katie. You're above the law. But let me just tell you something, Katie. Your substance abuse, your alcohol consumption, all that is blowing up your ego, making you feel like you are invincible, untouchable, godlike. You can do anything and get away with anything. I remember that meth high. I remember. God, Katie, you've described it perfectly. Able to clean, get things done when before you couldn't, You need that high. How do I know? Because you, Mrs. I've got no self-awareness, has released all that information.
There's also been 3 separate women that have filed police reports against Robert in Los Angeles, alleging either battery or SA against him. It says, which would all be well and good, except for the fact that little is known about the next few docuseries, other than it's coming out May 29th. One of the people claiming to be involved in this creation is none other than Katie Joy Paulson, who goes by Without a Crystal Ball. I'm claiming to be involved because I was involved in this series. I wouldn't lie about something like this, Dextero. And
oh my God, Dextero is the platform. Daisy is writing the article. Don't you know how it works, Mrs. Paulson, Mrs. Journalist, Mrs. Outlet? Katie, the fact that you are even reacting to this is someone who is reporting about the upcoming documentary on Netflix. They're not targeting you. This is not someone who's affiliated with Robert Shinn, smearing your name. But no one else, Katie, who's actually involved in the documentary has come out like you. I'm so proud of everyone, the blood, sweat and tears that we put into this. And now after 2 years, it's finally come together. I'm so proud of the production. I'm so proud of the writers and everyone. Who are you? Who are you? Katie? No one. No one. But you've made yourself involved in this, just like you interfere in Tati's business, in Chrisley's business. You make yourself involved. You interfere and you exaggerate and you do damage by the lies and the manipulation you do from inside. Typical wolf. You are just really something, and we just got to press play, and I just got to let it play. But Katie Paulson, just remember, you are no one. And you'll be the only one who doesn't have a professional career in that courtroom. Well, yeah. Jennifer's looking down on you.
If you noted this post, which you've highlighted in your article, you would see that the executive producer of the series actually likes the photo and likes the post. Who is putting out misinformation now? The issue fans have with the Netflix title is the fact that Katie has run into numerous controversies over the years and has been accused of being an unreliable source. I wonder if the people that are saying this are people that are part of cults that don't like me, or they're part of the hatters, the haters that are trying to take me down.
Now you've got hatters. You can't relate that to you. That is a Janelle thing. What are you? No one. Katie, you are pathetic. Stealing something. Because now you're claiming that as your own. God, even Janelle is still more popular and famous than you. Did you guys hear that Janelle might be coming back to Teen Mum? Oh no, I might tune in. Okay, Katie, back to Katie. KJ for prison 2024. God, I hope so. Or just something. Gosh, YouTube need to just ban her.
All the same ones that I've talked about multiple times on the channel. Last week, she took to Instagram to write, "I'm incredibly proud to announce that the docuseries Dancing with the Devil," thank you for pointing that out, that I had a typo there. "Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok cult, is coming to Netflix on May 29th, 2024. Bringing this project to this point has taken more than 2 years of extensive work with producers, directors, and working with former members of 7M.
Sorry, like, we shouldn't have read the article. Like, she's going to read. I didn't know. But also, did Katie not know did Katie not know until reading this a few days later that she made an error getting the title wrong in her IG post? Why not proofread? Why not just, what? And she left it up there, proud. Has she even changed it?
Shekinah Church. All of those statements are true. She goes on to claim, as though I'm lying, y'all, that Shinn filed a lawsuit against her and others involved in the production of the series, and that she believes it's an attempt to stop the production and prevent people from coming forward. However, there are currently no court documents of this legal action online. That's strange, Daisy. If you were to go into the state of Minnesota court records, you would find a claim filed against me in April of 2022. Robert Shinn and Miranda, Wilking, Derek, and James Derek all filed a lawsuit against me. There is a case number there. You can even read the court records. And then when it
I'll give Daisy the benefit of the doubt. She probably looked in California because no one would think it would be in Minnesota. But it is. Plus, Katie, she just baited you. What I don't come up with, Katie will follow through and give you all the answers. And Katie, I can't believe you're boasting about getting sued, wearing this like a badge of honor. Your excitement level just peaked up as soon as you started talking about this. It is like showing off an award. I think you're more proud of this than you are of your YouTube play button.
it comes to other members that have been sued, there's an actual court case in the state of California, Daisy. I'll even give you the case number so that you can update this article, because you reference part of the lawsuit in another part of this article. You wrote the case number is actually 22STCV34672, action filed in Los Angeles County Superior Court at the Stanley Musk Courthouse. Robert Shinn, along with numerous other parties, are suing multiple former bloggers, former members, people involved in the church. On top of that, multiple dancers that were in 7M filed a cross complaint as a part of this in the same lawsuit. That's so weird that there's nothing about this online, because I'm looking at it right now. Looks like Kylie Douglas is part of it, Aubrey Fisher Green, Kalia Gray, who was part of 7M, Kevin Davis, who was part of 7M, and then two other bloggers and two other people that have been associated with the Wilking family, Virginia Robinson and Kimberly Wojcik, were sued as well by Robert. And in his claims, he's claiming that there was a conspiracy to defame and discredit him and to ruin his career. It's at the Los Angeles County Court. You can actually see that it has over 99 entries and dockets and documents. It's a very, very lengthy case, and it hasn't gone to trial yet, nor has mine. So
shut the fuck up. You sound like a fool. You sound like an idiot trying to teach Daisy, a journalist, because she got it wrong. Well, look at you, how you're reacting. You're being sued, Katie. You're being sued for the information that you smeared all over the internet, claiming that this is true, even though it's based on this LA lawsuit that is all alleged. Nothing has been proven, and that is what you've based your whole shit show on. It would be a different story if this lawsuit in LA had been gone through, proven charges, or that, but it hasn't been. Yeah, and you know how you used allegedly, and I was so proud of you, and I almost clapped, but then I didn't, because it's 2 years later and you should have used it earlier. Yeah, every single post you have done on 7M does not have allegedly. My opinion, no. You state it as fact. Okay, so yeah, what are you gonna, I really would not be sitting on a pedestal preaching to the world like you are the God. Hands in the air. You're an angel. No, you're not an angel, but Katie, what an idiot. If only you had self-awareness. Where's your husband? At least run it past Toad. He's probably in the other room laughing his ass off. Because we all are. My ass is laughing, not my face. Yes, Christy. So she's the CEO of Netflix? Yes, she is. Every job. She is on the phone no, I don't know where I went there, but oh man. But then wouldn't you also, the people that hired Katie or whatever, like, did she get paid for this? Probably not. Was it kind of like a karma? You get paid with karma because it's coming back around, cha-ching.
Claim that I'm lying about this is just silly, Daisy. This article is actually what I would call misinformation. And then she goes on to say, in 2020, a petition was even filed to have her removed from YouTube with a creator claiming that she misrepresents stories. Anyone can create a petition online, right, Daisy? I could actually create a petition right now to have you removed as a journalist for Dextero. I mean, anyone can literally open a petition, and I wasn't removed from YouTube. She also says that she misrepresents stories, turning basic opinions into facts. As a result, she faced numerous lawsuits. I've never lost though, including one from Tati Westbrook and Todd Chrisley. So she's trying to tell you that I'm not a reliable source, but then she goes on to say these cases were both settled. And it hasn't prevented apprehension about Without a Crystal Ball's involvement in Dancing for the Devil. Tati Westbrook sued me in 2020. After we went through mediation, she determined I did not defame her. I actually helped her in her legal case against her former business partner. I sat for a deposition. Tati and I are not on bad terms. She recognized.
God, you just don't stop lying. That's all you do. Lie, 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 lie. You and Tati are not on good terms. You did a good deed for her, but that does not mean you're best mates, She does not like you. And that's fair enough because what you did to her, and you didn't settle and win, Katie, you lost a lot. I went through it before. But yeah, you lost a lot. So a lot more than a ball,
that I did not just defame her or really do anything of the sort. So, and her attorney has said that publicly. And then to try to tie Todd Chrisley into this is hilarious because he's literally in prison right now for 12 years over what I reported about him. So it's just strange that these are the two things that you're trying to use to prove that I'm not credible. And then she's using sources of people that don't have faces from online and from a Reddit that hates me. So she says, another pointed out to the minimal information on the docuseries available other than the synopsis that reads, TikTok dancers are trapped in a cult masquerading as a management company called 7M. As dancers and former members escape, work to rebuild their lives, they come together to put a stop to the cycle and heal. Actually, the synopsis is more than that. And I don't know why you are not actually doing your due diligence because it says a group of prominent dancers. I'm posting this. This is actually from my Instagram, which you're following. It says a group of prominent TikTok dancers are trapped in a cult masquerading as a management company called 7M. Among them is Miranda Wilking, whose family is desperately trying to get their daughter out as other dancers and former members escape and work to rebuild their lives. Why would you not include the line about how Miranda is a part of this and her family? It's just weird. And then she posted.
Because earlier on in the article, she's already stated that Melanie Wilking is involved. Melanie Wilking of the Wilking sisters. She's already gone over that. Katie? Just because with you a different paragraph means you just continue on what you were saying in that paragraph. No, in proper writing, you keep the one point per paragraph. She's so dumb, Katie. You're so dumb. You're just so eager to get that one up. Do you know what? Daisy doesn't give a flying fuck. She doesn't fucking care.
Posted a comment from someone on Reddit. Reddit is her source. I looked it up and there's nothing advertising it anywhere. I'm no PR expert, but I would have thought there would be a website on it at least. No advertising yet. Maybe they'll wait until the beginning of the month. Anyway, Katie Joy will be insufferable next month. But how great would it be if this doc made her look like the complete fool she is? I have no hope for that, but it gives me a happy feeling to dream about it. We can hope she will definitely spin it for her fans though, and they will believe her. And another comment, anyone who tries to fact check this will come across her problematic behavior and continued lawsuits. She, along with the others, will destroy any credibility regarding this documentary, plus anything said in the show is now fair game in her defamation case. It's really funny because once this comes out, you're not even really going to see me. It's going to be mostly the people that are actually involved in it. And you're going to have to, if this is what you want to believe, Reddit and Daisy, that this is what's going to be involved, I'm very sad because the show and this work isn't about me. It's not about the producers. It's not about even Netflix. It's about families that have been ripped apart by a group, family members that have lost loved ones to a group, people that have extracted themselves from the group that have been left traumatized and hurt, people that are suing Robert, people that have had, criminal action against Robert. This isn't about me or anyone that makes it. And the credibility is in the reports from the public records, from the police reports, from the eyewitness accounts.
So it's all the information that we know that you provided. It might not be about you, but it's your information that you collected and shared with them, the information that you are being sued for defaming Robert Shinn. Put it together, Paulson. This is not something to boast about. You are being sued. You could lose your whole YouTube channel. You could lose Instagram, Facebook. You could be banned from platforms. Mate, you don't understand. You absolutely do not understand. Maybe that's, well, you need to come down. You need to come down from your high, but you need to come into reality now. Because what you're doing, holy shit, you just look like the clown that we all know you are. But yeah, you're just showing everyone. This was unnecessary. Robert Shinn and Amber and all that, Miranda, they're just sitting back laughing at your stupidity and your inability to shut up online. You are paying your lawyer to speak for you in this case, and you're running your mouth online? What is the point of having a lawyer? You are an idiot. You think you are smarter. You think you're smarter than Daisy? Well, she's probably got a journalist degree, but probably not with that writing. But at least she's getting published on a platform where, well, she can reach you. Oh, let's just press play. Why have you made their faces like that? Because to you, it's all fun and games. Fucking, what's that? Something's on my screen and I can't get it
far more
off.
detailed than one single person. And to try to claim that a network and a platform like Netflix would put something out of this magnitude without fact checking is so irresponsible. On top of that, if you know anything about Netflix, you should know that Netflix does not promote anything new until 2 weeks before the docuseries comes out or anything new drops. So for instance, they have a new series coming out on Ashley Madison and the scandal that occurred. Their trailer on the Ashley Madison scandal literally was released today. You'll probably see a trailer in a couple of weeks. That's how I understand it works at Netflix. But I don't know. I didn't ask them if that's what they're going to do. There also would not be a separate website for this production because it wasn't a self-funded production. There was no crowdfunding that was needed. They didn't have to build up interest in it before it was created.
That's not what a website does. Are you fucking that dumb? You've never been involved in a series that Netflix or Prime Video's put out, and you go to their website and you can be a part of it and speak to other people that are into it. Maybe go back, watch an episode because you missed all that shit. Katie, you are so not even with knowledge of what goes on in the work. You post this video and then boom, the next day the trailer comes out. So you look like an idiot leaving this up. But you leave it up because you need it. You desperately need anyone to watch your videos, anyone to give you some money because you are being sued. And I reckon you might be getting sued by a lot more people in the very near future once this hits. May 29, karma, toot toot, is going to be coming to you exclusively. Katie, will you open the door? Tati served her and she didn't open the door, so she thought, that means I haven't been served. And then they just electronically, gave it to her lawyer, Aaron Hall. He wasn't around for long, was he? Yeah, okay. We got to press play, and I want that necklace, friends forever. Let's join it.
A lot of docuseries that have websites are doing that because they either haven't found a distributor or they're crowdfunding and need money to finish the project. That was not necessary in this case. Now she's going to go into what explains this. And she goes into actually all these different claims, but then she defends that, 7M denies all of these allegations. Miranda denies all of these allegations. Then she says a new wave of individuals associated with 7M dancers came forward to voice their concerns about their loved ones were part of the cult. Then in March 2023, news surfaced that a group of former dancers filed a complaint against the company, its founder, and the Shekinah Church, accusing Shinn of taking advantage of his followers. That's actually not what the lawsuit is. That taking advantage of your followers isn't an actual civil claim. But he's accused, there's like 53 counts in that lawsuit. I don't know how many counterclaims are actually moving to trial, but the original complaint had like 53 counts. And human trafficking, gender violence, sexual battery, gender discrimination. One of the allegations was that by a former member was that when she tried to leave the group, Robert Shinn's wife allegedly beat her for a half an hour in May of 2022. That's in this lawsuit. Kylie Douglas is in this lawsuit claiming that Robert Shinn battered her sexually. Aubrey Fisher is in this lawsuit saying that Robert Shinn defrauded him of income. Kevin Concrete Davis also is claiming the same thing, that he was defrauded. It's more than just being taken advantage of. So she's referencing an article that was put out.
Oh, yeah, I like this comment. Dirty Uncle Sal, how you going? I feel like it's been so long. They say the torture, because I can't say the word, tortious interference was proven a long time ago and reinforced by Katie's mouth in her streams and posts. She's cooking her own caboose. She is, and just no idea that she is. Like, she is her own downfall, always has been. I mean, one Google search. Oh, Katie. It's just, she doesn't have anyone in her life to give her the heads up that she's now digging her own hole in the ground.
By Rolling Stone about this, which is odd because Rolling Stone's article cites all of these people. And then she references that he's suing a former member claiming she defamed and extorted him. But then she just said above that there was no lawsuits against former members. That's just so weird. And then she wrote, let it be known, this is not the first time Shinn has been caught up in legal battles. In 2009, former Shekinah follower Lydia Chung sued him, claiming he exerted undue influence, mind control, coercive persuasion, oppression, and other intimidating tactics and swindled her out of 3.8 million. Actually, her claim was that he swindled her out of 4.2 or 4.3 million. And then although the judge ultimately decided to rule in Shinn's favor, the more recent allegations brought renewed attention to the 2009 case, offering a fresh perspective on his past legal troubles. As for Netflix' upcoming docuseries, there's no trailer and will still be several weeks away from its release. Whether Katie Joy's alleged involvement will have an impact on it is yet to be seen. But clearly there are still many questions about this bizarre and ongoing case. I just want to be clear that I was involved in this. Everything that I've put out about this is what I can say, and I cannot say everything. Like, I literally can't tell you everything about what happened. I can't tell you who's involved. I can't tell you what you're going to see. I wouldn't go on record and say that I was involved in something that I wasn't. When I did an announcement a couple of weeks ago, like last week, I tagged people that were involved in that.
A couple of weeks ago, like last week. Yeah, because time moves fast when every day is the same.
And they literally commented. I tagged WVE Entertainment, Dirty Robber, who's the production company, Jess, myself, and I, Jessica Acevedo, who is the executive producer. She actually liked the post. I also tagged Tim Milgram, who was a producer on the series, and Tim.
No, those people are not who you, like, he didn't produce it. I looked up the director and the producer. Well, the producer is under that, like, it is produced under the WV Entertainment. But that Dirty Robber is run by the actual person that is the director. And his name, I can't think of it, but it's like DD, like double initials. Like starts, it might be David something. I'll have to look it up. I'll probably post it on my Instagram or something. But yeah, like I thought I would have saved it when I was looking at it, but no. But yeah, and I looked up all his stuff and all the stuff that he so his last big Netflix documentary was called Heist. And yeah, he got like, it was well acclaimed and all this. So, and he's made a lot of stuff, but yeah, he's not even mentioned. Like Katie didn't even mention this guy. And I'm just thinking, why would you leave out the main guy? Because he's the one that links all those. He links the WV Entertainment, the Dirty Robber, like they are his companies, like he's involved with. It's yeah, like Katie doesn't know all the details. Katie. Why are we surprised? We're not. We're just, here to tell everyone that you are not in the know. And who cares if you tagged these people? You've known Tim Milgram for how long? You love his dog. You can't get enough. I mean, you love his dog more than the love that you give your own animals, because it's all for show. But yeah, this guy is a like a dance. He's like a dance video maker. What do I sound like? I don't know what I'm talking about, because I can't think of the label of his name, that he really is, not just a post-it they stick on there every day like Katie does. Cinematographer, but he works in like filming dances. So like, yeah, but he didn't produce it. He's probably affiliated with it, Katie, but she just doesn't know what. Who cares if you tag them? You didn't even tag the main guy that directed it. These are all people that, besides Tim, don't use their accounts.
Tim wrote, "It's about damn time" on this. So if I'm not involved and I'm tagging Tim as a producer, why would Tim respond? And also, why would Jessica respond if she's the executive producer that works for WV Entertainment? These people would not respond if I wasn't involved. And if I was not involved, I would probably be getting sued for saying that I was involved when I'm not. And I haven't been, because I was.
Dude, you're being sued anyway. You're so proud that they used you as a source, but you're being sued for the information that you're giving out free willy. Why are you so keen to show the world what a complete idiot you are? I mean, Jesus, did you even run this by? Did you run this by Jennifer? Jennifer's like, got you on mute, does she? Only communicate with me through email because I can't stand your monotone. Oh, what's that one? I saw her bragging about her IQ. Is this Katie? Jealous of her brother, and it's nonsense. That's when I figured out she lied about being abused. She's just, with the whole family thing, like, she has spoken about her family multiple times, and it wasn't up until last year or the year before. She just started talking about her Catholic upbringing and her grandfather being an abuser and all that, and then stole that story and made it her own. God, I wish she really has sort of stolen this story and made it her own as well.
Involved. I'm not a huge part of this. I wasn't a producer of this. I said I helped from the inception, and I helped bring this to fruition, and I did work on the archives, and I helped them fact check and go through tons of records. You know how much.
How did you fact check? How did you fact check when you don't know the truth? You know Katie's truth, but that's not the truth. You fact checked? And I can't even say it properly. How hard is that to say? Fact checked. Katie, you. Imagine if that's the title that they give you, the fact checker. I'd really love this to, be a documentary or whatever that spins around and shows that YouTubers who claim to be journalists or investigative journalists, true crime writers, whatever floats their boat that day, whatever side the leaf falls on, are really just out here defaming people and ruining other people's careers. Imagine if the directors turn it back on Katie and the conclusion is that Katie Joy is getting sued and she still passed on this information thinking that she was the high and mighty of, 7M information. She's the go-to. She's the 7M Bible. But really, she doesn't have any proof. She doesn't have any truth in what she's saying. It's all alleged, and it's all based off a lawsuit that hasn't even been proven. Like, she's just gone to town thinking that it's all true. But that's how she reads lawsuits, like she did with Chrisley, read his lawsuit online as fact, read Swanson's lawsuit against Halo Beauty and Tati as fact. And here we are, present day, read the California 7M lawsuit as fact. Imagine using that as your source. Is it worth it? Really, is it worth it? Where would you move to, Katie? Would you move back in with your parents or back in with Toad's brother? But yeah, do you notice like this story isn't anywhere? Like it's nowhere big. Like it's just, you know, you can only find it at the bottom of a dumpster. And that's where we are. We're down here reporting from the bottom of the dumpster. I'm going to go into a comment from Barbara. It's bad. Wait. If Hollywood is known for a dark side, why wouldn't a dancer move towards a different choice? Yeah. Or just even, I just like Katie's narrow-minded perspective of this thing. Like she can't even broaden her perspective and maybe come up with a different reason why this is happening, like why Miranda left. Like she can't even put the 2 and 2 together. Like Katie went no contact with her family, so why can't she see that that's what Miranda's doing with her family? It doesn't really make sense. If Katie, if you've really been through what you went through, how come you can't relate? Because it doesn't fit your narrative. Oh, I know, okay? I don't need you to tell me, Katie. I know. It doesn't fit the narrative. Oh, God, we've made it to the end and I don't even know. I should just press play. I know. Well, yeah, next week I'll have to go over what she said in the body cam footage. Like, it's just like, holy shit. Typical Katie, as we know. I wish that we could have just known what were the eyebrow situation. Like, that was the only clarification I needed. Like, what was her eyebrow situation like that day when they sat down? Were they sitting on the steps outside? And also, the one thing I noticed, like, the cops were knocking, right? And they're like, look, he's just sitting there. Like Toad was just sitting there, not even getting up to answer the door because guess what? He's emasculated. He doesn't wear the pants in his own marriage. Wifey had to answer. And of course, she's got her defenses straight up. Oh, gosh. But yeah, we'll go through that next week. Like, there was only a few things that I took note on. But yeah, nothing. It was good though. It was good to hear her flirting with the cop once Toad went back inside and got onto his his wife duty. His mum duty. We got there eventually. Oh yeah, she totally made bank on Garrison. Like that's why she's a bit slow on what's going on now, not posting as much. It doesn't really bother her because she made more than what she would over a couple of months. That didn't make sense, but you know what I mean? So make it make sense to you. Getting to the end, my brain's like,
Much work was done on this project, tons. And at the end of the day, the work that was done on this situation was done because victims in this situation deserve to have their voice heard. People that have been victimized by this group or claim to be victims have stories that are heart-wrenching, that are beyond what you read in headlines. Hearing from someone's voice in their own words what they experienced is way different than actually reading an article or a court record. When you uncover and unravel the decades of what's been going on with this group, you will see clearly that the people that are in the series, and I'm not telling you who is, deserve to be heard. Families that have
we already know who is Melanie and the Wilkings. We already know Katie, because you told us. But also, like, Katie, this is not going to be like Shiny Happy People. This is not going to get the coverage that Shiny Happy People did. This is not anything like that. And those people, like, does the people that got you involved in this know that you didn't even pass the background check for Shiny Happy People? They did their, due diligence and found out that she's just a gossiper. Look at her videos, 900 videos on the Duggars, and what is the point? What was the other Duggar channel that was like included? And Katie was really not happy. Katie, this is just gonna, oh my gosh. I just, someone on Reddit like said that it sounds like it's like the docuseries, oh no, I forgot, what's it called? House of Hammer. And I want to look into it, but apparently whoever like produced that documentary, it was just all slander and lies and not real, but you know, it was produced anyway. So I want to have a look at that. I didn't even know who the people are.
Been ripped apart deserve to be reunited and have their family members removed so that they are not under this influence. And more importantly, this group should not be allowed to try to recruit new members of dancers in this community, which is what Kylie said in the very beginning of this video. Kylie Douglas, that end clip I showed you was Kylie Douglas, who is suing Robert Shinn for sexual battery. And she said she wants to make it known that you shouldn't be promoting events and inviting dancers in the community to events when you are still involved with an alleged cult leader. Kylie was in the group. She knows all about it. And her claims in the lawsuit are heartbreaking. Kylie has a voice.
Well, you shouldn't be going off making documentaries when you're involved in a lawsuit for the very information that you shared with a documentary. You know, Katie? Plus, everything these dancers say is alleged. It's not been proven.
So do the Wilkins. A lot of people have talked about this. And just because this writer apparently doesn't like me, which is fine, doesn't take away from the victim. So I would hope that whoever wrote this would actually verify that there is a lawsuit filed against me in Minnesota. I have no reason to lie about that. It's been very expensive. There's a lawsuit filed against him in California. It's part of the claims that he filed against the former member for defamation. She countersued him along with the dancers, for crying out loud. I think the only one that's actually putting out misinformation about this is Reddit and this journalist. And again, it's not about me, it's about the victims. And when you guys see the trailer, you'll understand completely. When you watch it, you'll understand. And for now, I am not lying. I was involved, and production people wouldn't be liking my posts if I was lying. So I emailed Daisy to have her retract some of these claims, but she probably won't respond. So this is me formally correcting the story. All right, you guys, tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below.
Katie, who are you? Are you a cult advocate, journalist? What is, you are no one. Daisy doesn't owe you shit. This article was not about you. You ran with that. You wanted to fill in all the gaps, that she missed out. But she probably missed it out because we're going to see it in the documentary. You see how that works? You see what happens when you allow a thought to process, and then you don't talk, and then it forms and it comes to a conclusion and you get to think it through and you're like, wow, maybe I don't need to comment because everyone will see it in the documentary. Katie. Oh, she is a cult. She's a cult leader. Like yelling at Daisy for getting the cult documentary all wrong. Let Katie correct you, okay? How dare you get it wrong? Take another sip of that Kool-Aid, Daisy. Never again, Daisy. That's it. I've emailed you and you won't respond. Daisy, please don't respond. Daisy, please don't respond. I hope she just deleted it. Yeah, exactly. Dirty Uncle Sal says she may be a digital harasser, but in the eyes of the court, it's not what you know. It's about what you can prove in court. Exactly. That's why she should be doing the work through the lawyer. No one cares about this, Katie. And all this is doing is adding to 7M's evidence against you. Everything is going to come back and bite you. But, you're going to be so numb and high, you won't even feel it. Yeah, and she forgets, exactly, Goose, that the dancers are adults. They aren't children being taken from families. It's adults with free will making decisions, 100%, which is Katie's never been able to live outside and be independent of whatever. It's not religion. It's her parents' influence over her life and how that derailed her because, you know, her whole life she was sinning. Oh, God. Well, that didn't make sense, but even when she went through, like, what they eat, their diet, like, she could not understand being a professional dancer and how you would eat completely different to what someone who is an alcoholic sitting in their drinking chair eating Easy Mac, you know, because that's all Katie eats, and cereal. She's never had to prepare a meal for her child besides when she used to feed him, but even then it was just what she ate, so it was never age appropriate, so it was choking food, so she made her son fear food, which, you know, just played in with her narrative that her son can't eat, but he can. And as long as her son has that feeding tube, she gets property tax exemption every year. It's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. And Katie, don't worry, I'm looking into the Medicaid stuff because it smells fishy. And I don't like things that smell. You know, I like to keep my environment clean. No kitty litter here for me to smell. My brain is really coming to an end. Oh, no, you love being right. What did you say that you're right about, Dirty Uncle Sal? Everything? Oh no, I got to go up more. That's why I cared about her. Oh no. It doesn't make sense. Oh, I'm surprised she didn't bring up the sandwich, Susie. Like, why didn't she bring up her sandwich? Why didn't she bring it with her? Why can't, you know, we just have sandwich on camera? Why can't we just have Frida? You know, something to look at other than Katie's. Like, I don't like her. What is it? Image carousel? I don't know what it's called. You know, her little, like, I don't have that. So I don't even know what it's called. And I've reached the end and, oh, Katie, we've reached the end of your shit. And really, I wasted time reading the article because I should have known that you were going to read it bit by bit. Oh, so I might just cut that out. But yeah, Katie, I don't think that you deserve an applause. I don't think that you did a good job. I don't think that other people that are is affiliated my new word. It's definitely sitting on the tip of my frontal cortex. So, Katie, I don't think that other people affiliated with this documentary would be very proud that you are also involved and that you're boasting about it and getting all the details wrong and lying and trying to make it feel like you are more involved than what you are. You know, so that's really where we are now at the end. We don't need to say any more words because you've said it all backwards and forwards and back again. And yeah, that was really, it's the same shit. It's the same shit. And this is what's happened to my brain. My brain is like, what have we done? What have we even covered? Was it worth it? Was it the same shit? Yes, it was. But yeah, next week I will go over the body cam footage, like Cactus High 20 to Nene for delivering the goods. Like, well done. And I just love looking at Walter. Like, oh, I would love a pet, a cat, to dress up. My friend legit walks their cat. Like, it's a big cat though. Like, it's one of the big cats that, I can't even think. You know those big ones? They're not normal cats. Anyway, brings it on a leash to the pub and stuff. Always distracts me when I'm on stage. I can't focus. If there's an animal or a dog, I'm just like, I'll do the show from over here, patting the dog. Katie won't give you a quote. Oh my God, are you in the reporting chair? No, do I have to scroll up? Have I got Uncle Sal when they're halfway through something else? Katie won't give you a quote to rent the space. To rent the space in her head for the advertisement. She did it herself, you know. She did what we all couldn't do. And the word smear fit perfect on there. Now we just need to make a fake tattoo and send that along with, yeah, my brain. It's got to the end and it's shooting out random words. Thanks so much, guys, for rocking up and sitting through this. I'm sure you've sat through it before, but hopefully, I don't know. What do we get from this? I just feel I don't even feel bad for Dum Dum anymore. Like, at least with the other lawsuits, I was still kind of, giving her a little bit of, don't go hard, don't be evil. But yeah, I don't have that now, because really, who's got that when, Katie, you going to rock up to court with a shovel? Engraved. This is your special one that you use to dig the dirt in Minnesota. Oh, Stella, I'm glad you had a laugh. I had a laugh. I got to not lose my voice for next week. So I'm going to be silent all weekend. Yeah, it's Saturday. I know this is my first live in a few weeks, because that's what happens. But it's beautiful weather now. No more complaining about how hot it is. Woo, it's winter. I'm so happy. It's like pissing down. Water coming in my bathroom roof. It is perfect. This is my summer. Okay, guys. Yeah, and we'll continue with the 7M stuff also next week. Continue on, do a little bit one week. Oh God, what's going on with my mouth? Because I always get off the 7M train and then I'm always like, time to get back on and cover a little bit more. But yeah, thank God it's the weekend and I can tune out. I don't do anything, Katie, on the weekend. It's my creative father stuff. But yeah, I'll see you guys on Monday and I will bring my game. I'll bring my ball game. I'll bring my bat and I'll bring my spare shovel in case Katie forgot hers. Just pass it on. Here we go. Continue. Oh my God, Goose. I feel like it has been forever. I feel like it's been longer than 2 weeks. But then, whenever I come back, I'm always a bit more, my brain has grown awake a bit more. And yes, but still have no, does it say bull? Did you call me bull? Or does it say Bill? Bill, I'm going to make, oh yes, Garbage Pail Kid advertisement for her forehead. Which one? Which one will it be? If Katie was a Garbage Pail Kid, oh man, which one would she be? Definitely the one that stays in the can. Sorry, you are not allowed out. You've seen the movie, haven't you? Because I love the movie. As crap as it is so 80s. It is so Casio keyboard. And that's what I love. I've only got it on VHS. I wonder if it's online somewhere. I wonder if we can you do a group watch party? No, you guys would be asleep and I'd be like, oh, I want those pants. Oh, that's right, Dirty Uncle Sal. You're the full-blown fan. You got the folder. I wish I was that dedicated, because have you seen how much you can make now from the cards? But even the new cards, the new generation, they're not selling them with the gum. That's what I liked about the old cards. They just smelt like that bubble gum. That bubble gum was so good, even though it was so cheap. But yeah, it's so good. Christy, do you know what we're talking about? Garbage Pail Kids for life. Okay, guys, I am going to depart and yeah, please take care out there and yeah, don't let Katie stop your stride, don't let her get you down. And if you are affected by Katie, like me, she gets to my mental health and she drains me. And I have found taking time out on the weekend, oh my God, is just the best thing. She doesn't post much on the weekend. I'm just waiting for her to go live. I want to see her face. I want to see where we're at and whether we need to call emergency. Oh my God, 10 unopened ones with the gum in there. Do you know how much you could get? I mean, God, you could probably get a ticket to Australia and bring the folder. Okay, guys, I'm going to depart. But yeah, thanks, Goose, and everyone for rocking up. Hope you guys had fun in the chat. Like, I need to really up my game with the chat and involving you guys. And sometimes I'm like, let's just get through this. And I'm stopping it enough for everyone. Oh, yeah, make sure you check out the shorts tab on my channel. I upload CV shorts daily. And yeah, it's really grown into something of its own. I could just become a shorts channel. Really, I could. But I prefer pants. I don't like shorts unless they're the pants like, in the 80s, how you could get the tracksuit pants and then they come shorts with the zip. And you could also get like a jacket and then you could zip the sleeves off. Where are they? They probably aren't around anymore because it realized, like, what do you do with once you've zipped everything off? They didn't think that far. Okay, guys, take care. I'm out of here. See ya.